Hey, good morning. Welcome to the Growth Factor, the radio show that's all about helping you unlock your potential, embrace your personal growth, and thrive in all areas of your life. In summary, this is where we help you grow and thrive in life. And I'm your host, Dr. AAA. Welcome to the Growth Factor with Dr. AAA on Diamond FM 101.1, situated in the University of Ibadan, in Nigeria's premier university. Alrighty, welcome again. Today we're going to explore an exciting topic that is dear to my heart, and that's the word attitude. We're looking at the subject of attitude. It's been widely said that attitude actually determines our altitude in life. In other words, your reaction and your response to things in life will determine how far you will go. So, are you going to react or you're going to respond? That is very, very critical. All right. So, I'm going to be back just after this. All right. Welcome back. Now, attitude plays a crucial role in shaping our experiences. Like I said, this is a growth factor with Dr. AAA, where we actually help you grow and thrive. Okay? Attitude plays a crucial role in shaping our experiences, including our actions, and ultimately determining our level of success and happiness in life. So, whether it's in our personal relationships, our career pursuits, or overall well being, a positive attitude can make a significant difference. John C. Maxwell said something very powerful. He said, and I quote him, he said, attitude is a difference maker. While attitude isn't everything, but it is one thing that can make a difference in your life. Friends, let me say to you that the world you see is colored by your attitude. And during today's show, we're going to be looking at the power of attitude and how it can impact our lives. We're going to be very practical and we'll look at insights to develop and maintain a positive attitude even in challenging times, because you need a positive attitude to have a positive outcome. So let's get started. So, when you think about attitude, what comes to your mind? You may not be able to easily define attitude, but guess what? You know a good or bad one when you see it. Why? Because our attitude colors every aspect of our lives. It's like a paintbrush. You're painting, something. But this time, let's imagine you're painting something in your mind. And it can paint everything in bright, vibrant colors, creating a masterpiece, or it can make everything dark and dreary. In other words, it could make it just cloudy, messed up, and all those kind of things. Maybe you've been on the street and you've seen some people misbehave, and do show some things, and you see some people, enter a room and then they make it light up. Okay, that's the attitude at work. And if you look at the lives of people in any profession who achieve lasting success, you will find that a lot of them, they always possess what I call a positive outlook at life. Very key, isn't it? So having a positive attitude is very essential. And it not only determines your level of contentment as a person, but it also has an impact on how others interact with you. Nobody wants to work or play or stand around somebody who has a negative attitude. So let's look at it from a very closer distance, all right, and look at it. Number one is that your attitude is a choice that you make. Yeah. You decide to always be positive. It's a choice you make. Average people want to wait for someone to help motivate them. I've seen it in marriages, see women say, that they were expecting their husbands to make them happy. I've seen people wait on other people to make them happy. But that's average people. Average people are waiting for someone to motivate them, to get them happy, to get them joyful, to tell them what to do and those kind of things. But look, they're always tempted, you know, to believe that their circumstances, the way they feel, the way the state of their life is, it's based on circumstances, you know. But in reality, your attitude is always a choice. You have to stop allowing your emotions to work like, you know, a thermometer that responds to events. You've got to stop doing that. And you got to change and become a thermostat. In other words, you regulate the events around you. You don't have a choice about the things that happen to you, but you have a choice about the thing, how you react to the things that happen to you. Okay? So, in fact, while we can't control many of our circumstances, we may not be able to. You don't have a control, strong control over how people relate with you, how people respond to you, how the way people do things, but you can always control your attitude. And ensuring that you choose a positive attitude all the time makes your circumstances better. And that is always good. You can choose to be better and not bitter. Okay, that's very key. So, when you choose your attitude to any stimuli, to anything, what are you doing? You are taking control of an important aspect of your life rather than just letting life control you. I've been in a lot of instances where, I should have just, lost it and just, let my mind go and all those things. But look, it's critical that we understand this, that how you respond matters. You can choose to react, just go on the reflex, like my people say, para, just make noise and just do all those kind of things. Para means that you just go ahead and just let it go, you let it loose. Or you can decide that you can, take control of your life and give a positive outcome by actually doing that. I love the equation E plus R equals to outcome. E talking about the event, the R talking about your reaction, and the O talking about the outcome. Many of us need to understand that the R, our attitude, the R, the attitude, our attitude to events will determine the outcome. So many people are saying, I didn't get the job, things are not working, this, that, on all those things. What has been your response? What's been your attitude to your life? It's very important, and we need to get that. Okay, going on, moving on. We need to learn to shift our perspectives, and I want to look at it that say to you number two that your attitude actually you know affects your outlook. When you choose to focus on the positive in your surroundings, you tend to be more positive. Let me pause to say that you know what, we all get perfect over time. We all improve over time, especially when you put it in your mind that you want to improve. It's just important, So you got to make up your mind that you're going to work on your attitude. So, like I was saying, when you choose to focus on the positive in your environment, in your surroundings, in your workplace, in your home, in your marriage, in your life, you tend to see more positive things. All right. I remember very well. um, you know, Growing up as a teenager, I always had been, putting on glasses, and my glasses was tinted. So that determined the color, that I saw things with. If it was tinted blue, I would see life in blue. And that's exactly what it is. Our attitude, they're like glasses. So when you put them on, it determines how you see life. So when you focus on the positive in life, you tend to see more positive things. And choosing a positive attitude about your current situation. I was listening to a lady, a wonderful lady, um, Matthew Gill from Uganda, and she said something very powerful. She said that in life, accidents happen. And when they happen, understand that you cannot dwell in the past. The accident has happened. The question is, what do you do to move on from the accident? So you've got to choose a positive attitude about your current situation. When things happen that are beyond your control, When you choose to have a positive attitude about that situation, it enables you to see future circumstances in a positive light. In fact, when you have a positive attitude, you begin to see the opportunities. But when you're stuck with a negative attitude, you notice that you're stuck in the past. So your attitude at this moment in the present colors your perspective for both now and in the future. Moving on, let me say to you that your attitude about life, about things, about situations precedes your actions. That's what influences your actions. Actions are always an outward expression of what you feel on your inside. Okay? Right? So the way you feel about a given circumstance or situation will actually impact the way you react to it. So when you change the way you feel about something, because your attitude, is a combination of your feelings, your belief system about something, and it affects the way you act about that thing. When you change how you feel, you change how you act. All right. And by choosing a positive attitude, you make it easier for you to choose positive actions. And this often, most often, always actually affects and brings out the positive outcome for you. So it's important that you always ensure that how you feel about something, it's influence. You must understand this. Change the way you feel about life, change the way you feel about people, and it changes everything. Also, you need to understand that your attitude enhances your relationships. Your attitude enhances and makes your relationships better. Now, when your attitude regarding people, it's positive, when it's great, you realize that you start to have better relationships with them. Imagine you having a negative, you start with a negative attitude about someone. What happens? You focus on all the negative qualities. All right. And a positive attitude about a person causes you to focus on their positive qualities. When you want, what you want to see is what you will see. All right. What you want to see is if you focus on people's negative qualities, that's what you see. So when you have a negative attitude, that's what you see. But we're talking about being a positive attitude. So you choosing to see someone in a positive light, you will act towards them in a positive manner. And they always respond usually in kind. And let me tell you this, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And I've seen it happen. Even the worst of strays, when they are showed love, it changes everything. And that's powerful. Next up, your attitude affects and alters your outcomes. I remember John C. Maxwell, saying in his book, The Winning Attitude, that our attitude at the beginning of a task will affect its outcome more than anything else. Your perspective, your opinion, your viewpoint about a task will affect the outcome, how it will end, whether it's going to end well or not. So whether you're choosing to be cheerful about your task, or you decide, you're just not happy about it, or you're choosing to believe in your ability to accomplish it, a positive attitude always helps you to do your best work. And it also makes for team interaction, because it makes it go smoothly because you're actually believing that this thing's going to end well. You have a positive attitude. Have an attitude about life that it's going to end in praise. That's my opinion. That's the way it is. you know and very frequently, when you always believe that everything's going to end fine, it delivers the results that you desire. you know Always, when you're always expecting that the best will happen, when you're always expecting that good things will happen to you, you're always expecting that the best will come out of what you're doing, it always results in the best. What you expect is what you will inspect. So you need to continually think positive on all the front, on the front end, so that you can actually almost always fall into success. And one of the greatest attitude that you could have is an attitude of gratitude. The attitude of gratitude. Let's look at the attitude of gratitude. We need to start to work in gratitude. We need to be thankful all the time. You got to be thankful. When you are thankful, it moves you out of negativity into positivity. Well, I want you to start thinking about your life. I want you to start looking at the things. I want you to recount on the things, the good things, the great things that happen for you. Maybe it's your life, it's your wife, it's your children, it's your workplace, it's the fact that you can eat, it's the fact that you can walk. I mean, I've seen people who are on wheelchair who's got the best attitude. I mean, they've got the best positive attitude. You are not on a wheelchair. You can move around. Even if you were on a wheelchair, the world is not ended, right? So we are grateful. You should be grateful. And you know what? Somebody said something that a person who's not grateful is a grateful. Mm. Imagine. We've got to experience that every single day. We've got to be grateful for everything. So, what do? If you want to always move yourself out of a negative attitude into a positive attitude? You need to continually do what? You need to ensure that you are always giving thanks. You're always glad. Give God thanks. Appreciate God for the things He has done for you. Appreciate Him for the wonderful things. Be thankful. Be thankful. Be grateful. Get a gratitude journal, get a book and write out the things that you're grateful for. All the successful people in life, majority of them, a larger percentage of them have gratitude journals where they're grateful. Another attitude you should always maintain is the attitude of optimism. Look, let me tell you this. If you are always an optimist, even in reality, and you're not sarcastic, you're not sardonic, you are always, always expecting the good to come out from every bad thing. It changes everything. You've got to learn to actually to look for the good in every bad. Be optimistic. It will end in praise. And that's what I believe. I'm going to dance about this issue. Because you do everything possible that you can do, but then you let it all to God. Let God handle the rest. You make sure that you cover every fence. You make sure you cross every T, dot every I. Do everything possible to make things work. And then you live in the hands of God. That's the way it works. All right? And then you will have that mindset. It's going to end well. It's going to end in praise. I'm going to have the best, out of this. You do your best. You do your best. And then you have an attitude that it's going to work together for your good. All right? That is critical for life. You've got to work like that. You've got to have faith. 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 It's very, very important. It's very important. It's very, very important. I've been in situations where I had serious financial mishaps. And for a man, that can actually affect you a lot. And guess what happened? I just almost always had this optimism, positive one. It's going to end. And I'm telling you, I walked out of it. I walked out of it. If some phases in life are like storms, and you're going to definitely walk out of those storms. I want to encourage you today that whatever it is that you're going through, it's going to be fine. When you're trying to overcome challenges, it's important that you understand this, that look, attitude, a positive attitude is very important when it comes to you overcoming challenges in life. If you lose it, it will affect you. Let me tell you this. Your environment always determines your environment. That is very critical. So you need to understand that look, when you are working and trying to to overcome any challenge in life, it's just very important that you know that your attitude really, 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 really matters. Let's look at what happens to you when you actually develop a positive attitude. Number one is that you are content and you enjoy life more. You get satisfied. You're happy. You're fine. Your outlook to life is better. Number two, you inspire others to achieve more together. Because every time you show up, you bring the positive energy and things are changing. Number three, you attract people who exhibit the same qualities. In fact, people who have positive energy always attract more people. People are drawn towards you. They love you, and you also attract like, because like attracts like. Of course, next up, you see the opportunities in every situation. That's the way it is. Once you are negative, you have a negative attitude, your mind shuts down at the opportunities that you can actually have in life. So it's very critical that you look at these things and you keep on, moving on forward to ensure that you see the opportunities in there. When you are caught up in anxiety and worry, and you're not making up your mind that this is going to end well, that I'm going to have a positive attitude, things are just going to be fine, you don't get to see opportunities. All you see will be problems. Of course, you usually exhibit gratitude towards others when you give yourself to having a positive attitude all the time. It changes things. You exhibit great gratitude towards others. You're grateful, you're thankful, you forgive easily. Things are working. And then, of course, you keep on pushing until you succeed. Why? Because you are motivated to keep moving on and on and on and on. If you're going to always have a positive attitude, you need to have a talk with yourself. You need to sit down and ask yourself a very important question. Look, this is how it works. You see, what you tell yourself about every situation matters. Okay? What you tell yourself about your situation is either an anchor that holds you back or a sail that propels you forward. So I need you to start thinking positive thoughts. I need you to start thinking and saying to yourself, you know what? I'm going to win here. I'm going to be fine here. You know, your attitude matters. When negative thoughts arise, I want you to respond to them positively. I want you to shut the bad thoughts off. I want you to think about something good. I want you to tell yourself something positive in response. When life tells you you're a failure, come on, look at yourself in the mirror and say, I'm a winner. I'm a winner. Everywhere that I go, I'm a winner. All right. Don't let the negative voice inside your mind influence how you see negatively. Remember, like my story of my glasses. Wipe up your glasses. Sometimes dust settles on my glasses, and I have to clean them off. So clean off the negativity on your lens. All right. Moving on. Choose positive relationships over negative ones. Think about the people that you move with. It's important. Understand this. He walks with the wise will be wise. I want to say that they that work with positive people will be positive. If you move around with people who have positive attitude, you will always get their attitude. Why? Because attitude is contagious. It's a contagion. It's like a virus. Emotions are like viruses. You can actually transfer emotions to people. So watch who you spend your time with, because that's what you're going to start manifesting. You will start to behave exactly the way they behave. It's very important. You want to increase your life success, change your circle. Move around people who actually think good and they do good. Of course, you got to feed your faith and starve your fears. Choosing a positive attitude is already challenging. It's especially difficult if you have not been filling your mind with positive thoughts and positive things. So if you've been starved of positive things, now you need to start to feed yourself on positive things. Okay? So listen to motivational messages, read them, watch them. I mean, read books that encourage a positive attitude. Listen to comfort affirmations. Because the more negative you are, the longer it takes to turn your attitude around. So change your diet. Okay, change your diet. These things are very critical. I want you to do that. When you do that, it changes the way your life is. I hope that I've been able to convince you, that your attitude actually influences your altitude in life. I want you to know that if you have a positive attitude, your friends, your families, and people are going to actually do what? They're going to actually begin to work more around you. I found out as a father that if I have a positive attitude all the time, it affects the mood in our house and our home. Even as a leader, have you found out that the attitude of the leader to a thing always affects the results of the jobs that are being executed by his team members. The way you feel, your perspective, your opinions, they actually matter enough. I want to encourage you today that you need to embrace a growth mindset. Make sure that you're always growing, you're always striving, you're getting better every day in every way. Remember, what you say to yourself matters. What you say to yourself can actually be an anchor or a sail to move you forward. An anchor to hold you down or a sail to move you forward. All right? You need to commit consistently to helping yourself. I call it brainwashing, You have to brainwash yourself to think positive. So look at yourself in the mirror, raise your right hand, and say to yourself every single morning, every day, in every way, I am getting better. Every day, in every way, I am getting better. Okay, we're going a short break, and when I come, we're going to round this up. All right, I see you in a bit. All right, welcome back to the Growth Factor with Dr. AAA, where we help you grow and thrive. I am your favorite radio business and life growth strategist, Dr. AAA Adeniyi Adebola Atiba. I hope that you've actually enjoyed the session today. And you need to understand this, that it's very important that you have a positive attitude to life. Anybody who's got positivity in them will always have productivity. I hope that works and that rhymes for you. Positivity, the more you are positive, the more productive you become. More positivity leads to more productivity. Let me say that again. More positivity leads to more productivity. I want to wish you a fantastic day. Thank you for joining in on the Growth Factor. Once again, I am Adeni Adebolati, but you call me Dr. AAA, and I am your favorite radio business and life growth strategist. Now, if you want to sponsor the Growth Factor, you can reach me via Diamond FM 101.1, or of course, check me out on WhatsApp. Hit me in my DM, 07055778282, or send me a mail on Gmail via adeni.atiba@gmail.com. I say that again. Uh, you can reach us via Diamond FM 101.1, of course. Or, of course, you can actually reach me directly in my DM with 07055778282, or send me a mail straight up at adini.atiba@gmail.com. We look forward to having you sponsor the Growth Factor. If it's helping you, if it's building you, if it's growing you, we need you to also help out. All right. One love. Let's have a one love. Let's have a beautiful world. And I'll see you next week on the Growth Factor. Cheers. Have a fantastic and wonderful day and a wonderful week ahead. Cheers. Bye for now.